Well, hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. It is Monday, just gone 5 o'clock here in the UK. What are you? Midday Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I hope your day is going well. Hope you had a brilliant weekend and I hope you are ready for some Monday makers. We've got a brilliant show lined up actually, and as part of the brilliantness, is that a word? The brilliantness tonight, we are continuing with our freebie gift. It is, I don't know if you knew this, it is Random Acts of Kindness Day today. What have you done today to be kind to somebody else? We're giving you a free paper pad. That is our act of kindness today. Each and every time that you jump in and shop. If you spend £10, one of these fantastic 6x6 Violet Studio circus pads will be added into your basket. And that is simply for shopping with us. We've got Monday Makers, as I say, and in this show, loads of goodies actually. We've got a brilliant Monday mega deal coming up for you a little bit later on. We've got storage, we've got adhesives, we've got stamps and dies. The Royal Jungle is also on the show. Plus, we had a little bit of a look at the outline stamps and dies for you earlier on Wake Up Call. We've got illustrators and myths and legends as well. So plenty of goodies coming up over the course of this show. And to find out what we are going to be doing, let us say hello, talking of myths and legends. See what I did there? Talking of myths and legends, to the myth, the legend, the man, that is Mr. Craig Laird. How are you with your new haircut and your new suit?
I am doing very well, thank you very much. Ready to go for this Monday Makers, where, as we said earlier on, if maybe you didn't see the show earlier on, this show is all about playing. Now, got a few ideas that we're going to kickstart when it comes to the Jungle collection, but what we want you to do is, there is anything you want to see, anything technique-wise within any of the bundles we've got on the show, feed them across to Ben, and then we will do that throughout the next couple of hours. As I said, we're going to kickstart with the Jungle collection. Let's just show you a few here, because up until today, although I do have the collection at home, I've not actually seen the collection or gone through the collection because I was on a little bit of a break. Really great set here. What we're going to do, Ben, is when we come back, we're going to have a little bit of a play with the rub-on foils and also the pearl powders, just on some different cardstock. I mean, if I show you that one there, that is the, when it comes to your white cardstock, but then look at the pearl powders when it comes to the black cardstock as well. So there's many, many ways in which you can use them, of course, that you'll have seen over the last week or so since it launched. But yeah, let's just have a good old Monday evening play.
Yeah, good old play. We've got Becky on the socials tonight, so any comments or requests you want to fire our way, feel free to. Nana Kim joins us from a sunny but chilly North Carolina. Hola. Hola. Brenda Rhodes says, hello all, I'm watching from BC, British Columbia, Canada. Is that British Columbia? I think it is. Snowy and cold today. I mean, I was moaning earlier on about how cold it is here, but when I hear some of the temperatures that you guys are suffering across the pond, we're totally tropical compared to you guys. It's about 1 degree
Totally
here.
tropical taste.
It's 1 degree here, so, you know, we should be in shorts and T-shirt, really. Rebecca Dancer says, hello, Ben and Craig. Thank you for your pic in the earlier show. I've seen of the pic of me and Craig with our little hats on all across the socials. Mary Beth Dawes says, hi from Minnesota. Lynn says, hi again, Ben, Craig, the amazing CTV team, the wonderful social superstar, Becky and everyone. Stephen Nicole is in. Hello, Jane Adams in Las Vegas. It's supposed to get into the 60s today, says Jane. Toasty. Pat says, good afternoon, everyone, from a cold and windy New Jersey. Jen says, hello again, Ben, Craig, team, and crafty friends. And Melanie Bronov says, good morning again. Still working on my craft along. Had to take time for breakfast. Well, Melanie, once you've done it, make sure you tag us in any pictures or you can send it into the studio. We should love to see what you did. Blue Jay says, here I am, Craig and Ben, spending my Monday off with you again. Well, we appreciate you. We did a lot of that last week, but we still appreciate you now anyway. Hillary says, hello, everyone, from Hillary and Holly Collie. Hello, and a woof. Hello, Anita, who says hello to the dynamic duo. You both make Mondays easier. Aww. Maybe that should be our new strapline, Craig. Ben and Craig, making Mondays easier since 2020. Quite like that. Might get that on a T-shirt. I just realised something completely
Yeah, I know what
unrelated.
you're just about to say there.
Didn't get my T-shirt made for my park run that I was going to get you to do.
You did, didn't you?
About that.
You WhatsApped me, asked me to do your T-shirt. I said, no bother at all.
And then I didn't ask you.
You said, how much will you charge? I was like, don't be daft. Just you pay for the T-shirt and I will do it for you.
And I had the T-shirt as well.
Did you?
Just forgot to...
Silly.
Silly Billy.
Is it? Have you done your run?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I get one for 101? Maybe. I'll get one for the 200th. That'll only be 2 and a bit years away. Can you remind me in 2 years' time?
Of course I can.
Thank you. Rosalind says, back for the last round of Crafty Fun from Maryland. The Royal Jungle collection, so what we've done now, slightly different to when we launched this, we have, well, no, it's a little bit different. We've split it into 3 collections for you. So we've got the essentials, embellishments, and then we've got a bundle, which is your special effects cardstock, your vellum, and your linen card. This section here is the essentials, so it's all of the hardware, basically. The 12x12 and the 6x6, I believe, are still in stock. Is that correct? Right, we're going to double check that, but this bundle is all the essentials without the paper pads. This is the amazing creator card die that you're going to get. We, of course, crafted with this last week, did we not? And created some lovely cards. Oh, Dewey didn't take a card home. Never mind. But what you get is the beautiful jungle foliage here. And what's so brilliant about this is you can pop anything that you like behind it. The genius about this set is that we have created 4 fantastic stamps with 4 animals from the jungle that you can simply stamp, pop behind it to create a really, really cool effect. So you've got your leopard there. But then all of the other animals, so you've got the King of the Jungle, there's that regal tiger that we did the craft along with. Those paper pads are still in stock if you want to stop up on those. You have got your noble toucan, and the imagery and artwork here, as you can see, is absolutely second to none. And then you've also got your majestic elephant in there too. So all of those will work beautifully with that creator card die. You've then got beautiful border dies in here with that stunning foliage with all of the different jungle leaves. Talking of jungle leaves, you've got this set of jungle foliage. Again, you know, great for creating little wreaths, creating like tuck-ins, embellishments to your projects as well. Then you've got sentiments. So this is the jungle royalty, comes with the jungle cutout sentiment, and then you've got all of these stamped as well. So Queen of the Jungle, King of the Jungle, and then you've got the crown. And then your jungle sentiments. What's so nice about this again is that you have got all of these sentiments which are made specifically for this set. So they're not just generic. You know, you've got things like King of the Jungle, I'm wild about you. It's a jungle out there. You've also got Welcome to the Jungle, Welcome to the Jungle. And you've got Go Wild on your birthday. So just a few of the sentiments. And then, oh, the embossing folders, which are absolutely incredible. Look so good on the metallic cardstock. So you've got that amazing snake print. The detail of that emboss is just incredible. Wait till you get this home and you see it up close and personal for yourself. Again, I think things like this will work really nicely with collections like your Wild at Heart, for example. That crocodile print, again, how amazing is that? And when you get that home and see just how deep that emboss is, you are going to be seriously wowed. So that is all of the hardware, if you like, as far as stamps, dies, embossing folders are concerned within that bundle. And it's a brilliant price today. Should be £76 nearly 98 bucks. You are at £40 if you're a platinum member. 52 bucks. You'll get your free gift, of course, as well, because you're spending your 10. Perhaps later on we'll look, but you've got embellishments in a different bundle. You have got your special effects cardstock with the linen card and the vellum in another bundle. And if you want more of the 12x12 and the 6x6 pads, they are also available on the website. Hi also to Rosalind, who's joined us. Isabel says, I've got the set of dies. Earlier, I love the lighthouse one. Reminds me, I'm not going to say this right, reminds me of Ardnamurchan. That's somewhere you know?
No.
Ah, so it's Scotland, because I'm sure Isabel's in Scotland. Ardnamurchan. Ardnamurchan. You ever heard of that?
Ardnamurchan.
No.
No.
Rosalind says the elephant and lions are my favourites in this set. I love the elephant, says Jane. Yes, let us know. And Wanda says, Ben, your colouring on the tiger last week was incredible. Oh, thank you. Made me try it. Stamped 4, so I had 3 to ruin. They all worked fabulous. Watch out, Craig. And Zoe says, evening everyone, from me and Brian, Yodel has just been and delivered my ombre pads. I also had a surprise freebie of a jute bag and a purple heart chocolate. We were doing that last week, I believe, as part of Customer Appreciation Week. In certain bundles, we were popping in free gifts, of which there were chocolates.
Nice.
And jute bags. So there you go. we're going to get into a little demo with Craig here. So, first time crafting with Royal Jungle, yeah?
It is, yeah, and we say demo, but what we're going to do is we're going to play with the rub-on foils and also the stamps, as well as pearl powders. Because I always think that rub-on foils totally underutilised, because they can be used in so many. I mean, look at that one there, straight away, you've got the lion, but as you tilt that within the foil that you've got, the transfer foils, it's phenomenal. Then you've got your backgrounds as well with the foils, so just creating that backdrop with the lion or the tiger or the elephant or the toucan on top. Again, that backdrop and maybe just chopping it up. And you can get so colourful and creative when it comes to each of the designs.
So good, that.
Maybe you're just keeping it really quite simple there. These could be kind of little notelet cards if you want to. Tony the Tiger. They're great. Well, they're not as good since they've taken a lot of the sugar out, but there's
Where's the fun in that?
Elephants. I know. Sugar puffs have never been the same.
Oh, sugar puffs! I've not had those for years.
Yeah, well, they're not called sugar puffs now.
Are they not?
It's like wheat puffs or something.
Oh, have they still got the Monster Man on the front?
Yes.
What was he called? Honey Monster.
Honey Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love Honey Monster.
I don't even know if he's called Honey Monster now.
No.
No.
Oh.
But then that is using the pearl powders. I love that one by blocking it up into 4 and using the lion 4 times. And then this one where we've got it onto the black cardstock.
Yeah, quite
so
moody,
let's have that little bit of a play here. So I've got some black card and I've got some white card. You can do it on Centura Pearl, you can do it on a textured cardstock, you can do it onto a luxury cardstock if you want. It's entirely up to yourself. You can do it onto different mediums, you can do it onto wood, you can do it on a plastic, you can do it onto a glass. So there's very few mediums that you can't put it on.
Okay.
Of course, you've got to think the more textured that it is, the unevenness that's going to be, but still you can get a really lovely
fabric
effect there. Fabric will completely depend. If you've stabilised it, then you might get away with being able to do it. I wouldn't wash it, of course. I wouldn't use it on a fabric that's maybe going to be flex a lot, because then you can start to, certainly if it's a fabric that's like a stretchy fabric, because then you're just going to completely stretch the foil. So yes, but I would steer away from it, because there's a lot of, I'm not going to say negative points, but you've got to think about the fabric, you've got to think about the flexibility, you've got to think about how you wash it or clean it. You don't want to waste your fabric and your foils either. So yes, you could, but you need to think of the wear and the tear.
Yeah.
So let's just go in with a little bit of black cardstock here, and let's just go in with the lion. Now, with these, if you're new to these, you might think at first that you need to do fussy cutting, and you're maybe not into fussy cutting. Well, you don't. All that you need to do is just cut around the image that you want. You've got it within a really light grey. And then all that we need to do is we're just going to then peel that off. Now, that we don't need. And what I'm going to do, and the reason we've only had to lightly cut around, that is because the actual image is like a little taint of grey there. That's the only part that's actually sticky. So we can go in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the centre just so I don't need to waste any of this. I can take this home and use it at another time. So that means I've got space if I'm going to use nesting dies. And then I'm going to go in with my actual, what do you call them now?
Bone folder.
Bone folder, that's it. Gone in with my bone folder, and we're just going to give that a rub back and forwards. Now, it could be handled with the scissors if you want to. You can run it through your Gemini with your embossing mat if you want to, as long as you're giving it that nice pressure. And then what you'll start to see from up above there, you can just see the reflection of the tiger. So that is the design of the tiger going onto my cardstock. So as long as you've got a nice good pressure, what we're going to do is we're going to then start to peel that back. Now I'm going to do it slowly, and if I find any stickiness has stuck to the plastic, you can see it there, what I'm going to do is I can just lay that flat and give it a burnish again.
Yeah.
But as it is so far, we are all A-OK. My back end, that's nice and clean now, nothing on that. And what we've got is we've got that, it's like a watermark impression that you've
that's a good way
got.
to describe it.
So that is now sticky, and that'll stay sticky till you pop something on it. So let's go in with one of the foils. So you've got a variety of different colours within this foil.
Oh, like the blue.
The blue, shall we do the blue?
Oh, you don't have to.
No, let's do the blue.
Oh, okay.
If you have any foils left over from your other sets, then you can use them as well,
Yeah.
as long as they're a cold foil. And then what I'm going to do is let's just go up to the corner. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you've got shiny side facing upwards.
Yes.
If you love and you play with the foil press, you'll be used to the shiny side face down.
Down, yeah.
So you just need to keep in mind it's the other way. And then we're just going to press that on into place. And then I just like to then rub with my fingers. Usually that is more than enough. If you want to add a little bit of pressure with your bone folder, you can absolutely do that. And even if you don't get it completely covered, don't worry, you can always go back. But if I then start to peel that back, you'll start to see, look at that.
So good.
So good. So all that again, I'm just going to giving it a little bit of a rub there. And then just lightly with my finger, I'm just going to kind of burnish that off. And then what we've got there is
Such
that
an incredible
super
effect.
cool foiled blue lion that we can then, of course, start to then use our die cuts with. That could maybe be behind the Create a Card jungle die that we've got.
I love that.
So that is then with the lion and, of course, with the foil. Let's take another bit of black cardstock. This time, what we're going to do is let's go in with the palms here. Let's cut that one out. Again, you don't need to be exact. We're going to do exactly what we've done a moment ago. And then I'm going to go in a little bit further in. Once again, just so that I've got ample space to come along once I've decided what I'm going to do with this. So I've got space for mats and layers and die cuts. And we're going to give that a rub. But this time, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the pearl powders.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a really, really fine powder.
So
Now,
these, again, if you want them, are in the embellishment collection on the Shop the Show.
awesome. Now you can use them with the stamps, and we'll show you that just shortly, where you'd need your translucent clear ink pad.
Yeah.
But because you've got your foil collection, because it's sticky and these are very, very fine powders, you can use them with these sets. So if I again carefully just prise that back, so I've now got what looks like a watermarked impression that you've got there. So then let's go in with what we've got here. So that one is the foliage green. And let's do a little bit of both. Let's do sunshine here.
I was going to say, you could do yellow for like the stump of the tree, couldn't you?
Spot on. Spot on, my
I'm
man.
learning.
There we go. So what I'm going to do is, and you really don't need much whatsoever.
From watching you guys having done this, it's literally what seems like nowhere near enough.
That's it. I know. Really, essentially, Ben, that is it.
Yeah.
And then if I go in with the foliage green, and should I have done that the other way? It doesn't matter. Let's go in, actually I think 6.5 dozen. So let's just go tap, tap. If you don't want the little shaker, you can take the shaker out.
Yeah.
So you've got more of that open top. And then what I am just going to do is let's just pop just a little bit more in there. And then I've got my fan brush, really, really fine fan brush. And then, see, you've got all this excess.
Yeah.
All of this is excess. If you've got a little tub or pot, you can go in and then pop it in there. But then we can then just start to then brush that off and then just start to buff that off. What we'd always recommend, do your Bob Ross after, off the edge.
Oh, yeah. Wafty, wafty, wafty.
So that's you now good to go with any other colours.
Oh,
and then
so good.
How cool is that? But you do want to set it, Ben.
Yes.
Now, what you want to do is you want to get the most inexpensive hairspray you can. I don't have an expensive hairspray. I've only got stuff that I use. So, but honestly, don't get Don't get expensive hairspray. And also, when we first launched them as well, which I didn't realise, was a lady from America, don't use anything that's got fragrance in it. It's got foil. It's got oil or that in it. You don't want anything like that within the hairspray. A basic, standard, inexpensive. We don't usually use the words cheap, but you want to then, of course, just have a cheap hairspray. And the reason being is exactly what Nicola's just said, what she thought. Basically, hairspray, cheap hairspray is just pretty much glue. Yeah. Hair glue, essentially.
That's why my hair's so sticky.
That's why it is. So it doesn't need to be inexpensive. And then all that we're going to do is we're just going to do a light spritz, and that's it. That is it. It's kind of then just giving you a coverage, giving you a coating. Now, if I hadn't have done that, what I could have done, Ben, is I could have gone over with my fingers and it would have smeared it. Now that I've done that, that's not going to budge. That's going to be set in space, in play.
Great, that.
For us to then be using. So you could do multiples of these ones, really start to set that scene when it comes to the transfer foil. But if we go in, let's go in with a little bit of white cardstock. Let's then take, and again, none of this will get wasted. This will go home with me, and this will go into my box with this collection that I could be using at another time. Let's then take, I don't want to, of course, use all of this, because you don't have to use all of the sheets. So let's go in, and I tell you what, instead of using that square, I'm going to use these little odd little bits. And the reason being, Ben, is I can come and die cut into these later on.
Oh, yeah.
So think about using them in other ways other than just kind of like the flat panels that they are. Start to then use them, die cut into them, and then, of course, these could be your palm leaves if you wanted it to be. Once you've cut into them, you've got options. So again, I'm going to come into here. Or if you've got kind of, sorry, Ben.
No, carry on.
If you've got like large alphabet dies, you can then start to use your alphabet dies within the animal print.
Yeah.
So use them in those ways.
Cindy's just asked, you always have to set it with a spray?
Nope. Nope. If you don't want it to move and smudge and smear, then you're going to want to. If you're around something, like, not that you'd be walking about with a card in the open rain, but if it gets into contact with water or rain, it's going to smudge, it's going to smear. Right. You can paint with them if you want to. Yeah. But yeah, if you want them to stay in place, not smudging, not smearing, it's a really good idea to then adhere them with a little bit of hairspray or something like a varnish spray, an expensive varnish spray. But the thing is, that tends to be more expensive than an actual
cheap hairspray is the way forward.
So you can use something like that if you want. Yeah. So if I peel those ones off, in actual fact, and although they were just cut really, really quickly, but that could be like bunting and banners. Yeah. And the bottoms of your bows that you start to make, your rosettes. Yeah. Because they're cut at an angle. So let's then take the foil again, but let's go in with this kind of like winey sort of colour here. And tell you what we'll do is let's go. Oh, and just could be like animal print.
This like spot foiling.
Elephant feet print.
Ah, okay.
Like so, just with the finger.
Yeah.
Now, none of this will go to waste, Ben, because all that you do is you'll just keep using that section, using it and using it and using it until you've used it all. So we can then go in with, let's do just a little bit more. Like so, maybe a little bit more in there, and there, and there, and then let's do some gold. We'll finish the rest in gold. Now you can do a few colours if you want to. Yeah. And what's going to happen now is the gold will only stick to the uncovered areas. So you can see if I then start to peel that back.
Ooh, I love it.
You're starting to get there. But notice, obviously, that time I didn't put pressure, I just rubbed with my fingers. Yeah. So what we can do is we can go back in now. Once again, run it through with your embossing
There's no
mat.
problem, like you just shown, if it doesn't take first time, because all it is there's the adhesive is still there, so you just pop it back on and go again,
Exactly.
Right?
That's exactly it, yeah. It's a little bit like, when we use the stamping platform, if you've not stamped perfectly, if it's not on there, it's going to be on your stamp. Yeah. And like this one, if your actual foil is not adhered to the image, then you know that it's still sticky, so just reapply again. And then we can then start, so we're going to then get, look at that, how cool is that? So any of these little bits, we can just go in, press in. I'm just going to press with my thumb. You can rub them in again, like so. And all of these bits you keep using and using and using until they've all been used up. So let's take that one here. I'm just going to freehand with my scissors.
Yeah.
But because we've got kind of that tag or tab shape there, let's just follow along and carry on. And then this, what you would probably find, if you're going to do something like a rosette, you might want to make them a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
But then there,
Oh, that's cute, little tails.
for the base, or
Yeah.
you'd probably go that way, or maybe you'd want to go that one that way. And then you're going to have little tails
Yeah.
for your rosettes that you might want to make, with maybe the animal in the middle or
Yeah.
an age in the middle if you want to. Or of course, if you do still want it to be wider, then of course you can absolutely do that. Or do these multiple times. And as I said before, if you've got alphabet dies, you can, maybe like happy birthday or someone's name and add string. So then you've got that bunting of these ones with a combination of different colours.
Cool.
And then let's just show you, if we go back in with the powders, and let's take, I tell you what, so we're not wasting any other sheet. Let's take that other bit here. Let's just use this bit that I've cut into. And as well as using the foils, what about using the powders?
Oh, okay.
So again, let's just go in with our finger or thumb, give that a rub. I'm going to go in with my scoring tool, bone folder. Just going to make sure that we've got a nice pressure down, and you can actually see it connect to the cardstock. It starts as like a little bit cloudy, and as you press it down in your vision, in your eye at home, you're going to go and see it go a little bit darker grey, and that's it connecting with the cardstock. And then once you're happy, we can start to then just prise that back, like so. Now that's all off perfectly, but let's just say for argument's sake, we've got a little bit left on that carrier sheet. Don't worry, just let it fall back again.
Yeah.
And where it's not quite connected with the cardstock, just give it a rub. And you can do that as many times as you need to. Peel that off. Now we've got that sticky
Perfect.
backing that we can go with the foil if we want to, or let's go in with the, tell you what, let's do the other two colours. It just happens to be that I'm doing 2, but you could do 3 if you want to, or you could just do 1 if you want to, or you can do all 4 if you want to. Let's pop that.
Whilst you're popping those down, I'll just read a few comments. Loads of people watching. Rebecca says, has anyone received a golden ticket? I know we were putting golden tickets in parcels last week. Give us a shout if you got one. They were vouchers to spend, weren't they? I think there were 7 parcels we were giving away golden tickets in. Hi, Jane says, nice to see Craig back. Shazza said, Sara did some fab demos with the rub-ons on the launch show. And Colin says, Ben, my grandkids Riley and Gunnar say hello. Hello.
Hello.
They love to watch you when they are here at our house. They know what a fan I am of CC and all of you. They do craft days with me, but they wanted to say hello to you. Well, hello, Riley and Gunnar, from me and he. I love your names as well. Cool names.
Great names, eh?
Riley and Gunnar.
Really, really
Brilliant
like
names.
them. Cool names.
Much more fun than Ben and Craig.
Yeah, it is, eh? It is.
Welcome back, Craig. And hello to you and Ben, says Ricky. Very cool, says Jane. And that Scottish place is apparently pronounced Ardnamurchan. So there we go.
Ardnamurchan.
Ardnamurchan. Look at that.
Look at that.
Whoop.
How cool is that? And then if you are, of course, wanting to then set it, just go in with your cheap hairspray.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all you need to do. Leave that a moment for it to evaporate, and then that'll be you good to go to then move it about, die cut it, maybe, because that's essentially, that's creating like a resist effect, so you
Yeah.
can ink over it if you want to, and the powder or the film is then going to resist the ink. do that in a well-ventilated area though. But then there you go. So just having a little bit of a play. Let's bring these back in again, just to show you how you can start to build them up. You've got the different components that you can start to create that framework with if you want to. You can then do the, what do you call them?
What?
4 of them together.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. You can tell I've had 2 weeks off and we're coming to the end of the day. I'm like, and then let's go in the backdrops.
That's so cool.
And then you can just do that full sheet if you want to.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've then got little tags.
That's one of my favourite things that the DT team have done, that tag. It's
great,
brilliant.
isn't it? It's
yeah.
really, really cool.
Very cool.
Really, really cool. So yeah, and obviously that's just a few of the components that you've got within this really cool collection.
Jane says Aquanet will hold anything down. You could spray your hair and ride in the back of a truck and your hair would not move. Lol, says Jane. Aquanet, apparently.
Aquanet.
Lots of love. Loving this, Craig, says Colleen. Pat says, Craig and Ben, it was me who mentioned about the hairspray. I did buy it from the dollar store. I finally did find a hairspray with no added oils or fragrances at a general dollar store. I was just shocked on what was in the hairspray that I originally bought from the dollar store. Well, now it's a $1.25 store. Yeah, that's the same here, isn't it? Like pound shops used to be pound shops, but they're not anymore, are they?
No, they've even gone to the extent of things like $5.99 and stuff like that. It's like, who can you call that? Yes, it should be a round number, Nicola.
Be a round number. I remember when they first started up pound shops, and then you'd get like someone across the road who set up a 99p shop.
Like, you do get some great things for a quid, that's for sure.
Yeah.
When they first came around, it was just like old dodgy stuff that you just wouldn't. Whereas now you do get some good brands.
Yeah.
But you know, you're lucky if you actually get it at a quid, because it's usually more than that.
Oh, pound stores.
Pound store, Poundland, Pound Stretchers,
Pound Busters,
Pound World, Pound Buster.
Yeah.
And none of them have anything that's a pound.
No.
No. Well, slight exaggeration.
Back in our day. I love the bunting idea with using the alphabet, says Cindy Rossi Richmond. And Mary Pat says, Robins are one of my favourite oldies but goodies. I'm so happy that they're returning. And Craig, just for Connie Kuba, hello Connie, she says, what kind of foil was Craig using? Is it the same as the foil press foil?
Good question. That's how I was saying at the start, make sure it's a cold foil. So no, your foil for your foil press is a heat-based foil. So that adheres to heat. And this is a cold foil that adheres to anything that's cold and sticky.
So pretty, says Mary Pat. Yeah, loads of lovely comments coming through. So we will take a little bit of a break. Don't forget, if you want to go for the Essentials collection, £40, $52. Everything else is available. We've just put them into smaller bundles for you. So you've got, if you've got the pearl powders, they're in a bundle with the vellums. And then you've got the cardstock as well, the linen, the vellum. Sorry, the pearl powders are available with the rub-ons. That's correct. And then everything else available in other bundles. So have a look on the Shop the Day, Shop the Show. You'll see everything right there. We will have a break. We'll come back in about 4 minutes' time with more. See you in a moment.
Hello everybody. In Crafters World, my name's Holly Collie. I'd just like to tell everybody how much my mummy appreciates and loves Crafters TV. They've really helped during the last couple of years when it's been a bit of a rough time. I know I'm the best dog in the world, but Crafters TV is the best company in the world. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. We might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town, or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll put your towns and cities and village into my little song. But I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses, so I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In Crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. We craft in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehana, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Archer, Jackwell Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Bay, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinhole, Avon, Freeport, Mapleton, San Jose, Enumclaw, Great Bend, Detroit, Penniston. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Parachute, Paradise, Pollux, Pool, Papillion, Sheepshead Bay, St. Petersburg, Seacombe, Sutton, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwell, Barnsley, Tide Squeeze, South Shields, Tampa Hills and Bentley, Tampa, Pillar, Tucumcari, Cary, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Lacey, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki, Washi, Pensacola, Ellsmere Port, Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Wet Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Memphis, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homer, Sassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Fentanyl. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Kilbride, Eugene, Ferrum, Brownwood, Walkerstown, Newarheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Raphael, St. Dominic's, St. Cloud, St. Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Rampo City. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Sawbrook, Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Lafayette, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Glover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. And there's a few more places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington. We crafted in Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Knapp Hill, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest. We crafted in Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Mandenholm, Hilliard, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Salisbury, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castlewood, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne, and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Ride 'em, cowboy! I like that one actually. It's a good one. That. Love the old songs are back, says Colleen. I love seeing the old commercials that they made again, says Kendall. I miss hearing them. We will do some more. I've got 3 that I need to do, haven't I? And also potentially one that we did ages ago on a Friday Night Live that might be coming back for Wednesday. Because on Wednesday, can I tell them now? There was a Wednesday, this Wednesday is going to be Ben's Day. That's all I'm saying. Nicola has just gone, just what the word
Every
means.
day is Ben's Day.
Well, I don't know about that. And can I just say as well, I feel like it was sprung on me like last week, and it's not off the back of the fact that I was moaning the fact that Debbie got her own cartload and then Debbie got a code. It wasn't anything to do with that. Don't think I've gone crying to the management going, oh, I didn't get a code, what do I do? They've now given me my own day. So it wasn't. They were just like, oh, he's like a really cool guy that we know, like who could do like his own day and like come up with his own deals and do some fun stuff. Is there a cool guy that we know whose name rhymes with a day of the week? And they were like, no, that guy's busy, so just give it to Ben, he'll do. Wednesday, Ben's Day. Oh, that works. So
But you can imagine, if Debbie got a code, Debbie got cartload, you've got Ben's Day. I wonder what Craig's going to get.
I hear they're going to do Craig Timber. So you're going to have a whole month of
I'm not waiting until then.
Craig, when your wedding's in June, that wouldn't work, would it?
Yeah, but I won't be here.
No, oh, no.
I'll be in New York.
Did you just
I'll be having I'll be having coffee. I'll be having coffee.
You're having a cup of coffee.
I'm going to be having coffee.
Oh, dear. Hi, Ro. You're in saying hi, crafty peeps. Late to the party, but here for the fun. It's lovely to have you with us. Jane's nightly joke is in. Hey, Ben, what do you call a line of men waiting for a haircut? A barbecue. Barbecue. And quick question from
I thought you were ready to go into a song. And I
will always love you. Rebecca asks, can you use gilding flakes on the rub-on stickers?
don't see why not.
No.
Don't see why not at all. No, give it a shot.
Hi to Cindy, who says, you deserve to have a special day, Ben. You work hard. Well, thank you, Cindy, for that very kind... Nicola's just gone. He doesn't, Cindy. Don't fall for it. I put a lot of effort into the day, which wasn't my idea, but I've come up with a lot of great deals for you. No, I have. I'll have you know, I've created the whole show on Ben's Day. I was asked for my ideas. It wasn't my idea. But this show, if you like the deals, it was all me. If you don't like the deals on Wednesday, it was Sara. Yeah. Right, that's Wednesday. Right now, we are making it a Monday Makers show with these bad boys, the outline stamp and dies. If you get a chance, go back to Wake Up Call earlier this morning. Craig did a wonderful demo with these, worth taking another little sneaky peek at. And they're brilliantly priced, I think. £28 or $36 for these within each of the sets. You get your stamp animal, you get your die animal, and then you get your stamp sentiment in here. Which is your favourite in the set at home? Let us know. I'm a big fan of the wolf, I've got to say. The Wilderness Voyager, and I think, if you are a dog lover, again, you can colour this in different ways to create, not just the wolves, but the different dogs in your life. Molly Collie, I think there, definitely. Could be Holly Collie, Hillary, couldn't it? It could be German Shepherd, Alsatian, whatever you want. But you've got lots of craftability with that. As I say, go back to Wake Up Call this morning, see Craig's demo with that. I think the wolf, particularly one you could certainly use with things like the Bella Luna collection. The sentiment you've got there is wishing you a wild birthday. Then you've got the owl. Again, absolutely beautiful. The detail is fantastic. The sentiment is also fun. It is have a hoot on your birthday. Next up is the Mountain Roamer. If you want to go for this one individually, so again, tie that in with maybe some of your sort of winter makes, Thanksgiving papers, those sort of collections would look quite nice with that. Then you've got your fox, the Rural Visitor. Happy birthday, Foxy. Oh, all right, cheeky. Then you've got the Prairie Visitor. Obviously, we've just seen the Royal Jungle collection. I would imagine this is one you could tie in very nicely with lots of elements from that collection, the papers, that creator card die as well worked really nicely with this, but that comes with the sentiment, take a walk on the wild side. And then I don't have a board for the hummingbird, but here it is on a project. I think it looks just as nice. That one is the, I think it's called Paradise Array, I think that one's called. And it comes with the sentiment, fly high on your birthday. I did have the packaging, but I've now got the boards. Nice, just mix things up a little bit over my side. It should be $47.94 or $59.70. It is £28 or $36 if you are a Platinum member. Hello, Violet Hastings. He says hello from a cold NC where we are anticipating snow and ice on Wednesday and Thursday. Combined with my husband having bronchial pneumonia, I'm getting ready for some quiet CC mental therapy. Well, sending healing wishes to your husband and hoping it doesn't get too cold where you are. It's funny here, actually. It's been freezing and foggy and miserable for what seems like it's been about 4 weeks. It's probably only 2. We're getting warmer as we head towards the weekend. Finally going to get some weather in double figures, so that'll make a change. I think it's still going to be wet though, mind you. Yes, over the weekend it gets warmer. I think Sunday, Monday next week could be 14 degrees. Poof, but still raining. It's half term next week for, I think, some of the kids are off this week, but my kids are off next week. You can guarantee it will be raining. Thank you. I will enjoy my week off, Nicola. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love these demos, says Rosalind. It gives you inspiration and uses for items you already have. Ro says, you deserve a day as special, wink, wink, as you are. Well, thank you, Ro. And Ben, do you remember this, says Stephen? My wife asked me if I'd seen the dog bowl. I didn't even know he played cricket. It's a good one, that. Good one. Just me. I appreciate you, Stephen. We're going to have a little demo with these with Craig. So earlier on, Craig, you were crafting with the wolf. Crafting like a wolf. What are you going to craft with now? Let me guess. I reckon... do you know what, Nicolette? Great minds think alike. I reckon Craig... Craig is going to craft... Where's he gone? Craig is going to craft with the stag.
Well, good guess.
Are you down in the... Where are you? Down in the basement again?
Yeah, I'm looking for a bit of gold cardstock.
Do you want me to go and get you some?
Well, I just need a little bit of, preferably gold. Actually, this might do. Bit of gold satin, maybe. There's glitter. Oh, there we go.
You're right there, pal. Oh, you got... Where, you had to go a long way down for that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to go hunting.
Yeah.
Had to go hunting.
You right now? Don't know.
Oh, I did not, didn't I?
You okay?
Yeah, all good. That's it. Ready to go. Thank you.
Go on.
Let's
Sock
go.
it to him, pal. Sock it to him. Go on. Go on, champ.
Let's go in with the Paradise Array.
Oh, yes, the birdie.
So we're going to do a little bit of colouring as well.
Okay.
So I've got my tri-blends out. I've got my bright pink blend. I've also got my lavender blend as well. So if I go in with the birdie, let's go in and take the die out. Now this has got die cut detail in it, so it's already done for you. What's also great, all of these, Ben, will go through the Gemini Mini.
Nice.
So let's cut him or her out in white, and also let's cut him or her, him or her out in gold.
Yeah. I thought we were going to break into Donald Where's the Trousers
Do a
there
bit
for
of
a
a
second.
holiday, I tell you.
Do you find when you've been off for so long, like, well, obviously you do, you find it like a day or so to get back into your sort of rhythm of it?
Yeah.
I do.
Certainly Kieran in my ear.
Yeah.
You know, because I go on every day that I'm in, whether it's here or Hobby Maker, you've got guys talking in your ear.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you go for a week or 2 weeks and you've just had nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and you're walking in the living room and you just feel like you're going, you just think you're hearing things and you're hearing people, but you're not. You know, it's not as if I've got another 2 separate 1 week holidays next month.
2 separate 1 week holidays?
Yeah.
Have you? I thought you had, I didn't know you had 2 separate 1 week holidays.
Yes, I am off the 2nd week of March and then the last week of March.
2nd week of March. And the last week of March. 2nd week of March, Nicola is also off. Are you doing anything nice together?
My dog isn't because I don't have one.
Nicola's dog is being spayed, you just said, so that's something. Did everyone see the picture of her in her bandana?
I don't think so.
Asking. I did. It was very cute.
Yeah.
She will send it to me so I can show you all. You're wrestling 1 week. I mean, you're not wrestling. You're going to the wrestling 1 week, aren't you?
I am going
I'd love it if you were wrestling though.
5 weeks today. It's the 24th of March. Glasgow. Yeah. But they've just announced John Cena's going to be there.
You won't see him,
Live
though.
on Netflix, guys.
You won't
live
see
on
him,
Netflix.
though, will you?
And because it's live on Netflix, you guys stateside, whenever the wrestling was live in the UK, you guys stateside, you wouldn't get it live. You would just get it at your normal time slot. But of course, because it's Netflix, it's live all across the globe.
Yeah.
So it's 8 o'clock UK time, so 76543. You guys stateside, Eastern side,
3 p.m.
will get Raw at 3 p.m. And if you're, of course, Pacifics, you're going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so John Cena's going to be there. They've announced CM Punk's going to be there because they're doing a big European tour before WrestleMania.
Oh, so I were to leave here and then within an hour I'll be watching it live on Netflix.
Whoop whoop. Yeah.
Rather than like watching it the next morning.
and I'll be there watching it live.
Have you got ringside seats?
No. No.
Where you sat? Up in the gods?
It's hard to explain the hydro. Hydro's not great for wrestling.
Oh.
It's not. The thing with the hydro, unlike arenas where it's like 360 all the way around, the hydro's got a big black wall.
Oh.
So the hydro's only like half a circle.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not good for wrestling where you really want the 360. You wouldn't notice it on TV. On the TV, the way that they position the cameras, it looks like it's 360, but it's not.
Are you going to take a big sign or something just to see if you can get on telly?
I'm going to try. Yeah, we'll try.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Get one.
Yes, don't tell my boss Sarah Davies.
From BBC's Dragon's Den.
Yeah.
That I called in sick.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant.
Maybe get Liam to print us out a great big Crafters TV sign.
Yeah.
And I can take that. Yeah, shall we do that?
That is your task, to get Crafters TV
on Netflix. Worldwide.
Worldwide. Yeah.
Let's try it then.
What collection are you doing, says Corinne? Oh, it's on the screen, the Outline Stamp and Die collection. Thanks for just joining us, Corinne. Lovely to have you with us. Hilary says, Bowie is so cute. One moment, please, caller. There's the cuteness. Oh, hang on. Oh. Why is it? Oh. No. Have technical issues. She really looks like she's smiling in that picture. I've got a new bandana. Cute.
Oh, look.
Is she just the cutest little thing, or what? And she apparently pranced around the living room with it on, like a little catwalk show she did. When I left, so I don't know if you guys know, so Bowie, she boards at Harry Poppins, which is my wife's dog walking / dog looking after business. So Bowie's there. Is she all there all this week again? Oh, and next week, and the week after. So she's practically living at my house, basically, and she's made good friends with Molly Collie. And when I left today, they were playing a new game, not Tug of War, no, Tug of Snake. It was called, Molly got I brought her a Valentine's gift on Friday. I'm such a romantic. So yeah, Molly's got. Laura didn't get anything, but Molly got a snake. And when I left, they were both playing tugs, which is very cute. The two of them together. Anyway, what colour are you using here, Craig, to colour your?
This one I am currently using is the lavender blend.
Okay.
So I'm going in with the light tone to start with. Making sure I've got a really, really nice coverage. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to jump to that darker end. And then I don't want to put too much darkness on the head.
Right.
So let's just come towards around the eyes. And then here, what we're going to do is come round the base of the wingspan at the bottom. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to come a little bit further out, just to get that real depth in there. Working its way round the base of the wingspan, round the body. And then we're going to then jump into the mid-tone. And this one, what we're going to do, as if we were colouring a stamped image, I'm going to cross over, just over and no more, onto that darker tone and blend that out. That way then, what we can do is then start to come maybe about 2/3 of the way in, doing the same here. We're just crossing over, and then we're just going to then start to pull that mid-tone colour of the lavender out, and then we can go back in with the light tone, and we're going to do that again, and we're just going to then blend that out, neaten that out a little bit further, and then we're going to do the same down here. Blend in, and then what I'm going to do, let's do the head. So let's go in, so we've already done that dark tone, so let's just go in with a little bit of the mid-tone, blend that out, back in with the light tone
Yeah.
and blend that one out. I'm just going to have so lavender blend. Have we got shade? No, we don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in with that darker tone, and I'm just going to do kind of just a really fine line just around the base where I've started, add in a little bit extra depth. So if I turn that around, just there you go, you see that blend starting to come nicely.
It's amazing how much sort of depth and detail and blend you can get into something where it's quite small.
Exactly.
The area for you to be able to colour.
That's it. You know, and because of it being a die cut, some people are put off with colour and die cuts. You think that it is maybe a little bit more difficult than a stamped image, but all that you really are doing is you are just treating it as though it's a stamped image. So if you were to imagine the lines are a stamped line, where would the dark tone be? Where would you then start to blend? Then we're going in. So that was the bright pink. Now at the moment it is a little bit too bright for my liking, but what we have also got is the bright pink shades. So that's kind of like the next 3 tones up, and that's going to dull it slightly, make it a little bit darker, but still keep that pink. It's going to turn it more into like a fuchsia tone. And then let's go in with a light tone, just to blend that one out, like so. And then I'm going to go into the dark pink shades. I'm just going to give, yeah, that's fine. So let's go just right into there. Just starting to then build up that little bit extra depth. I'm even going to go really, really dark, just right round that centre. And all that I'm doing is I'm kind of just catching the edge of the cardstock. So I'm not actually colouring in circular motions. What I'm doing, it's like I'm tracing around that outer edge. And then I'm just going to work my way in, even just along the beak there. So if I turn that one around, let's bring in a bit of fresh white. Look at that, you can see you've got that depth right in there.
Yeah, very good.
With what could of course be the hummingbird. So then let's take I've got my tacky glue. I think I'm all debunged up because it's been sitting for a couple of weeks.
Debunged up?
Debunged up. Been sitting unused. Well, actually, it's been in my craft bag, so it's like 3 weeks it's not been used. Let's add my glue. Now you can use your dotty tape pen. Use your adhesive spray, double-sided adhesive sheets. You've got all those options. And then we're going to do a drop shadow onto the gold. So we're just going to then hold and then grab. So we're just pressing that down. We're then going to take...
That looks so good, that.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Smart, isn't it? Really cool. Certainly,
Really
of course,
good.
with the lavenders and the bright pinks.
Yeah.
So let's pop that to the side there. I'm going to go in with one of my oval nesting dies. So this one was from the nesting die set that we launched at birthday.
I missed this launch, didn't I? This is when you tell me I did it. The nesting dies.
No, you definitely done them because it was with the acetate panels, the squares and the circles.
Oh, the stained glass ones.
Stained glass. It was a Saturday, wasn't
yeah,
it?
I remember that.
You were on that launch.
Yeah.
That very busy, successful launch
I remember that.
that made them see oh, so Leanne's told you.
Sort of. Yeah.
So, Craig has got his way, and we have got large nesting dies coming later on in the year.
Yeah.
And I know many of you wanted them as well, up to the 8-inch. So they will be coming. Not anytime soon, no, later on in the year.
How later on?
I genuinely don't know. That I genuinely don't know.
Maybe towards the end of the year. Pat says, Craig, I think you have my accent pretty down Well, I get teased a lot when I say coffee, and when I really get excited, my Jersey City
Coffee.
accent is quite noticeable.
Coffee. You want some coffee?
But it's quite good, actually.
Coffee. You want some coffee? No, do you know where it was? I was watching a clip on TikTok. It was the other year when Tom Hanks was on the Graham Norton show, and the guy that now goes out with the girl from The Greatest Showman.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. And he was doing a skit with Tom Hanks. It's obviously talk shows, most people know, Graham Norton. And Tom Hanks was saying, you know, how to get a really good accent, how you're quick and you're quick and you're quick. And he said to Tom Holland, he says, just keep asking me for coffee, but tell me in lots of different ways. High ways, lower ways, excited ways, sad ways, but do it in a New York accent. And that's all that he kept doing. Coffee, I want some coffee. And that's all he kept doing. But he was doing them in all these different tones now. It was really quite fascinating.
So that's how you've picked up your amazing accent?
And that's how I picked it up, yeah.
Coffee.
That's how I've picked it up.
There you go,
yeah.
see?
So, bass that we've just got together here. But coffee, want some coffee. Absolutely love Tom Hanks.
And coffee, by the sounds of it.
And coffee. Ironically, not.
He doesn't, he likes tea.
I do like tea. Tea, I want some tea. Tea, I want some tea. Coffee. Yeah. So, yes, I'm going to come back from New York in June, speaking like that.
How long are you going for? A week?
5 days.
How
5 days.
exciting.
Leave on the early 19th and back late 24th. So.
You need to do Rise New York, apparently.
Right,
What is that?
that?
It's a roller coaster. Ah, is that the one? I've seen those. You're flying above the people, right? Yeah. It's a bit like what? Soaring in Disneyland. Oh, so you're actually like in a Superman pose, right? You're flat. Oh, you're sat in a chair.
Sat in a chair. Maybe that's what we've already booked. I'm trying to think.
You need to be high up, because otherwise wouldn't you end up kicking people in the head as you flew past them? Oh, you do pretend to do that as part of the fun, says Nicola. Oh.
Yeah, we've got a few things already, but things that you need to obviously pre-book. We've got a few things pre-booked, and then other things, of course, we've got like that open ticket that we can do.
I'm excited for you.
Several different things.
Excited.
I just can't wait. It's actually happening now.
It'll be here before you know it as well.
It will.
Nearly March,
will.
man.
Which means I'll be 40 before you know it.
Oh, gosh. At least you're not 46 this year.
Yeah, but you're still a young thing.
So are you.
Young. I am.
Your new haircut and your new suit.
Yeah.
Your new card.
Stop.
Your brilliant colouring and your great mats and layers. Your drop shadow.
Oh, you flirt. Say more. Say more. Yeah.
Loves it, mate. Loves it. Oh. Isabel says, I'm taking my grandson to the wrestling at the Hydro. I will look out for you, Craig.
Oh, do that.
Yeah.
Yes, do that.
It would be amazing, wouldn't it, if you did actually manage to find each other, because I would reckon there's probably going to be... How many people does the Hydro hold? Like 20,000, or is it even more?
No, it's less than that. I think it's about 16.
But even still. Maybe if you both take big, like, Crafters signs. And even more chance to get Crafters TV on Netflix. Yes. Stephen's still reading my joke book. I appreciate these. I had a dream last night that I was swimming in an ocean of fizzy orange. It turns out it was just a fantasy.
Who loves orange soda? Ben loves orange soda. Is it true? Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. Keenan and Kel. Keenan and Kel. Nickelodeon.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that reference. I did watch Keenan and Kel, though.
Yeah.
They were the burger guys, right, weren't they?
I put the screw in the tuna. Who loves coffee?
Coffee. Lots of love coming in for little Bowie as well, by the way. Craig, you're giving me ideas for my fancy frame B, says Blue Jay. I have been working on a plan, and I think I know where you're going with this. Cannot wait to get started. Holly is meeting Frank for a walk tomorrow, says Hilary. I will try and get a photo. Picture, picture, picture. And Rosalind says, Ben, your dog's going to have a box full of toys, but they always want the same toy. It's the same when you take more than one dog out who enjoy sticks on a walk. There can be a field full of sticks. There can be a forest full of sticks, but they always want the same stick, don't they? Always want the same. It's like toddlers with toys. They're exactly the same. Craig, I'm glad you're colouring this, says Jean. It is one I needed for inspiration, so thank you.
Awesome.
Carol says, oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Extra large nesting dies. Yay. Lynn says, that's great to hear that large nesting dies are coming. Zoe says, yay, looking forward to the larger nesting dies. That is good news, says Chica. Jen Shank says, fantastic. Thank you, Craig. And Pat says, I meant to ask you, Ben, how did your wife like her card for Valentine's Day? Pat, she absolutely
hated it. That's what she said to me.
She absolutely loved it. It's still on display
mine, though.
in the kitchen. Did she make you a steak, though? Did she?
No, but she took me away for the weekend. Right, not yet. Now we're getting a little bit too far now, yeah.
Pat, she very much liked it. Thank you for asking. Do you know what I did forget to take home, though? Debbie's scrapbook page that she made for us. No, I'm not joking.
Was that beautiful thing that's in the green room?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Forgot to take that home. So I'll take that home tonight. I know I'll have to. All right. All right. Larger nesting dies have been on my wish list for a long time, says Joe Holzer. Beautiful card, Craig, says Isabel. Craig, I'm going to Scotland later this year, says Joe Holzer. Monica says, come to California, Craig. We will show you a grand time.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to go to California. Would do, yeah.
We should. Why don't we keep saying this? We should all just go. Now that Sarah's back in charge.
Sarah's back in charge.
Should we just tell her?
Yeah.
Look, we need to go over there for just like we could do some shows out there, like live, couldn't we? Live from America, just for a week. You know, us guys, we'll just pick the cool cats.
Or a month.
Huh?
Or a month.
Or a month. We'll just go out, road show, pick out like live venues and just do like live shows. People could come and watch, and we'd also broadcast it back so the whole world could watch too.
Or what we could do is we could go from LA to New York, down to Miami Beach, and we'll just do Crafters TV shows.
Yeah. You ask her.
No, you ask her. You've got Ben Day coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, if Ben Day goes well, I'll say, oh, you know, Ben Day went really well. We were just thinking as a team, as an expansion of that, we thought we might do Ben Day on tour to America. What do you think, Sarah? I'll let you know how that goes. Beautiful card, Craig, says Kendall. Beautiful card, Craig, says Jane. And comedy and crafting, says Adrienne. You cannot beat the combo. We are going to have a short break. Whilst we do that, get your carts and your baskets checked out. It's nearly 6:10, so we'll come back. We'll do some more demos, have some more fun. In the meantime, let us hear from the Crafting Divas as to why they love Crafters TV so much.
Hi, Sara. We're the Crafting Divas from Florida, the ladies you met at HSN last April. We met and chatted and learned we live near each other, so now we get together every month and we craft.
I'm Karen, and I love Crafters Companion so much that I changed the color theme in my craft room. It is now all purple, and 95% of my products are from Crafters Companion.
And I'm Elaine, and I watch every day, and I love, love, love the craft along. Keep it coming.
I'm Colleen, and I love all the demonstrations. I learned so much, and I love the demis who are demonstrating, and you all treat us like family.
And I'm also Karen, and I love my Gemini. I have a Pro, and that is the workhorse in my craft room.
I'm Lynn, and I love CC because of the friends that I've met through. I love Ben and all the parodies he does. I'm Kim.
And Sarah, we have a question for you. How about lunch on us the next time you're here in Florida? Our treat, and we're celebrating you taking back your company.
Amazing presenters, craft goods galore, launch days and craft vaults, deals bundles and more. Hints, tips and demos, laughter and fun. A world crafting community for everyone. So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello, my name is Christine Mahoney. I love Crafters TV for so many reasons. Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects. That's what sells me on buying the products because they show us how to use them. I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course, and everyone involved in Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. And of course the interaction with all of the people that write in. I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much. So, cheers to my favorite crafting company of all time. You bring me such joy like the taste of this fine red wine. The products, the people, and Crafters TV bring me joy, make me happy, and you're all family to me. I love you all so very much. Now let's all stay in touch. Cheers.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, California is a stunningly beautiful state, says Patricia Powell. And Rose says, now that Sara's back, we can plan that crafty cruise. Ro, I would be well up for that. Let's get in Sara's ear and tell her. She's back on. She's in with me on Ben today. So yeah, let's tell her then. I'll ask her on air. That's a good idea, Nicola. I'll ask her on air, then she can't say no, can she? Let's all bombard her with, are we doing a cruise? Are we doing a crafty cruise? Rosalind says, Ben, you have a ban of crafty groupies following all across the US. Well, so we need to come over and see everyone, don't we? We need to, definitely. Guys, have you seen my holiday pics, says Sensational Sky? I've emailed my photo memory album in today. It has pics of California and Hawaii. We will, I'm sure, see that very, very soon. We've got a couple of questions coming in as well. I'll tell you what, we'll answer those in just a second. I must just tell you, though, about our Monday mega deal. Deal. It's all about the quick dry ink pad. Now, that is an unbelievable deal on the screen. 9 of our quick dry ink pads for 20 quid. That's bonkers, isn't it? That is bonkers value for money. Quick dry does exactly what it says. That is a bonkers. He's just looked up. He's like, Craig was like, what the? 9 colours you're going to get. Let me show you these. So perfect for your crisp stamping, things like your sentiments. Brilliant as well for, if you're using your layering stamps. You're going to get a whole collection of different colours here. I mean, if you've already got these in your crafty armoury, worth stocking up on them for when yours run out. Because I always say this, chances are that when your particular colour does run out, you'll come to get it and you have to pay full price. You get all 9 of these for 20 quid, but only for the next 24 hours. Well, I say 24 hours. They normally go live, I think, 8 in the morning, so you've probably got another 12 hours, something like that. They'll be off the website first thing tomorrow morning UK time. So orange, Friar Brown, Oasis, mad for it. You've got your parakeet, crushed velvet, jet black. Oh, some great colours here. Lemon tonic, fuchsia, and finally, ocean blue. What's that you want me to... Oh, go back to the fuchsia. There you go.
Oh, can you go back, please?
I said it's so loud. Nobody wants to play that game anymore. Couple of quick questions, Craig, just before I show the myths and legends. What size are the outline stamp and die collection? I can probably tell you. I've got the packaging here.
They all fit in the Gemini Mini.
They're about well, the owl is 3 by 3. The wolf is 2.5 by 2.5. Yeah, the bird 3 by 3, 2 by 3, 2 by 3.5. Yeah. All fit in the Mini. Are the circles and ovals coming back from the original launch, says Pat, or will they be the same size as the new ones coming out?
Well, the new ones coming out will be new ones. These ones that launched on birthday, I would have thought they'd be coming back because they're a key staple to have within your craft and stash. But at the moment, I'm not sure.
And a quick question on ink pads from Rosalind, who says, Ben, can you ask Craig, does the temperature of the room affect the ink pad longevity?
Not necessarily. Like, if you had them in direct hot sunlight or right up against a radiator continuously 24/7, 7 days a week, or in extreme cold 24/7, 7 days a week, then it could affect them in that way. But generic day-to-day temperature fluctuations and stuff like that, no, you'll be absolutely fine. Just normal, look after them the way you would normally look after your ink pads.
Excellent stuff. I love the quick dry ink pad, says Stephanie Theodos. Yeah, I mean, if you want to pick them up at this amazing deal, you've got 24 hours, as I say. Myths and Legends. This is a brilliant deal. It's not the full collection, I must just stress that. It is a selection of some of the items. But actually, when you see what you're going to get here, it's the majority of it, isn't it? To be fair. Is the paper pad included as well? That was there. I didn't think I saw that earlier on, but you know what? I'm old. I miss things. You are going to get this beautiful, beautiful paper pad on this like pearlized paper, so you get that stunning sheen. And I said this when we launched it, like some of the designs that you get here, it's almost like sets from like movies. You get all of that beautiful Greek architecture in there as well, the statues. The temples. And again, what's so lovely about this is that you've got so much detailed design with that intent once again. So if you want to cut down into this, cut smaller pieces for your smaller cards, you can. But then, and again, so much craftability here with cutting out, little toppers for your projects as well. But what is so super about this is that you flip it over and the B side, I mean, that is just stunning, that paper, isn't it? I've forgotten how gorgeous this paper pad is.
It really is.
But again, 4 completely different projects if you wanted to cut that down into 6 by 6. That again, absolutely beautiful. I love the colour palette there. Incredible. But then when you flip it around, if you just want something a little bit more sort of stripped back, you've got that on the reverse. You've got bigger designs, if you like, with frames as well, so great for those scrapbook projects, memory albums. Maybe you're making a scrapbook for a holiday. You've got the opportunity to be able to do that with those stunning B-sides. Everything else you're going to get here, I mean, incredibly, you've got that stunning Hellenic mosaic embossing folder. You're going to be receiving this lovely stamp and die set here, so that is the Goddess of Love. More embossing folders. That Athenian key, that is a 3D folder. The depth of the emboss there is absolutely incredible. You're going to get your Greek meander. You are going to receive this one, which I remember, we've had this one before, Craig loves, because it's the original belt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the eagle-winged belt.
Which, did Kevin Owens have that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore?
He doesn't now, no, because Cody Rhodes beat him at the Royal Rumble in the ladder match.
Have they just retired that belt now then?
Yeah, well, it was retired a number of years ago, yeah.
Oh, so he's just kept it and...
Yeah.
You're going to get the Majestic Temple. I just love the fact that we've been back a day and like the amount of wrestling chat we've already had over the course of the day today. Probably enough for the week.
Notice though, you started them all.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. It's actually you.
It's not me. It might have been me today. You've got Aphrodite in stamp and die form. Beautiful Greek urn in there as well, that enchanting urn.
Oh, yeah.
He did it that time. Then you've got the, I mean, that is a beautiful die, isn't it? The Greek tile. There's tons in here for 40 quid. Then you've got Helios, sun god. This amazing die set, which is
Dipsy, la la, po. That last stamp set reminds me of the Teletubbies.
Oh, I didn't hear what you were singing.
Mm-hmm.
You've then got your ancient Greek column. I love the fact with that as well, you do get the little vines which you can wrap around those amazing columns, and, oh dear, you're going to get, pardon, you're going to get, that wasn't, it was the board. I can't do it now, it was. You're going to get the stencils to go with this as well. Four stencils. You've got those beautiful like mosaic designs, the Greek keys in there as well. And not forgetting, on top of all of that, it was the board. You're also going to receive not the magic eyes, what they're called? Evil eyes. Yeah, you're going to get 10 of those included within the set as well. It is £48 or $64. You should be paying nearly £130 or $168 if you are shopping for that normally. But on this show tonight, you get that huge, huge discount. Thank you for answering my question, says Rosalind. Nice collection, says Patricia. And Hilary says, joke, Ben, what's a Greek urn? About €20 a week. Lol. Not my jokes. The craftimonials are really cool, says Ro. And Carol says, hey, Craig, I've tagged you in a wrestling match I posted on my Facebook page. Is this the one you're going to? Awesome athlete, says Carol. Oh, he's having a look now, look. He's having a little look just to see.
Oh, no, that's Rebecca tagged me.
Tagged. He gets tagged in a lot of stuff. It's very, very...
Is this on Facebook?
On Facebook page, he said, yeah. I've posted on my Facebook page. I've tagged you in a wrestling match I posted on my Facebook page.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. You can't find it.
No.
You can't find it. Sensational Sky said, guys, you've seen my holiday pictures. I've got your holiday pictures somewhere, actually. I've got so many tabs open here. Most recent message. Oh, yes, here we go. Oh, man. There's Sky's, one of the pictures just there. Look at that. Beautiful memory album with the holiday pictures. That is amazing. Thank you, Jotty, for sending those in. I think there's another one here, actually. Oh, yeah, here's another one. That is absolutely beautiful. Great way, isn't it, to remember like a, a precious holiday or a... Oh, look at that one as well. You know. I love the writing on here. So Golden Gate Bridge, absolutely brilliant, it says there. And here, being stupid in a store. That one says there. I absolutely love that. I've got a lot of time for that. That is brilliant. Yes, producer Nicholas says more people need to be stupid in stores. Absolutely. Right. I don't think he's found it yet.
No, I've not found it.
We'll find it later. What are you going to make for us from this collection?
Well, I actually seen last week when I was off, although I wasn't on Facebook a lot, I did see a couple of people, one person had commented, it kind of started the thread there, people still struggle with gilding wax. So I've seen this one here. I'm not sure who's done it because there's no name on the back, but using that folder. So I thought what we'll do is, we'll not recreate it, but I'll show you how you can then, of course, use the gilding wax on with the black cardstock and the folder included. But let's kind of take it up a level and then let's adapt it slightly, i.e. bringing in your nesting dies. Like maybe, Ben, you just want the outside edge of the folder.
Yeah.
Maybe you only want that centre design. Now, of course, if we emboss this, then die cut it, we're going to squash everything we've done. So let's have a look at that. So I've gone in with the circle nesting dies. I'm just going to use this, it's kind of like a little bit of a template. Let's maybe see that side maybe be better. So let's go in with this one here. So if I take, let's go in with the actual folder itself. So if I bring in my folder, then what we're going to do is I've already cut my cardstock a little bit smaller than 4 by 6. This is going to stop the edges from bending and crinkling and cracking. So we've got that in there. But then what I can also do is, remembering of course to take out the die, what I'm going to do is if I bring this one into here, so I'm going to kind of like centralize that where I want. Now what I'm going to do is if I pop that into there, and then I am going to, now wait a minute, I need to low tack tape.
You're making your like own sort of cut and emboss
Cut and
folder?
emboss, yeah. That's kind of like what it is that I'm doing. I'm actually going to do it this way here. So let's move that one out the way. So if I pop that into the position, and then I'm going to just roughly pop it anywhere just now. I'm going to close that, and then I'm just going to use this as a way to kind of centralise that. I'm pretty much bang on. So if I then just pop that back into place, I'm just going to move that around once again, which I am pretty much spot on. So I'm just going to then hold and pin that down here. Smudge that back in. And then we can then run that through the Gemini. So let's bring in my plates here. So let's just go in. So yeah, essentially what we've done is we've created, in some ways, kind of like a cut and emboss folder.
Yeah,
but
it is, isn't it?
We've positioned the die into the exact place where we want. Now I could have cut it to 4 by 6 and just done a guess and try and get that circle right within the middle. It's not a big area, so there's a chance that you could get it pretty much close on. But by doing it this way, you just know that by kind of eyeballing it, lining it up, taping it down, you've got exactly where you want. So we've got 2 options. So I now know that my cardstock is perfectly centered within my folder, and also I've got that perfect aperture if I'm only wanting that outside edge. So let's do that, let's position that, line that one up.
That's a top tip, I think.
And then close that over. So there we go, we can see now, you can see all the way straight through it. It's not out of place, you've got the perfect detail in that perfect position all the way around. So we can then, of course, go in with our 3D folder. So it's base cut and plate, magnetic shim, and then frosted shim. And then, of course, we can, or we will do, is we'll do the opposite. We'll take that circle. Now, of course, easy enough, well caught, easy enough to, if all that you're wanting is to emboss a circle, then of course you can just cut the circle that you want size-wise and then emboss that. Lining up is more for getting this bang on. Now, I know at the moment it's hard to see because it's black card, but we'll put up the gilding wax. But it's exactly in the centre, exactly where I'm wanting it. It's positioned perfectly. Oh, there we go, I've just toned the top there. But you've got it exactly where we need. So then, if we take the circle, and let's just take that one off, like so. I'm just going to tear that. Let's take that one, and then we're going to do the same, but the only difference is we're just going to position it bang on in the middle, and then we're going to do the same again. So we're going to go in with the base plate, I'm going to go in frosted and then magnetic.
And it doesn't hurt the embossing folder that Susie's saying, because obviously it's not cutting into the embossing folder, is it? I think that's what she's worried about.
Well, no, because I've taken the die out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the folder does not go through with the die in it. Obviously, you're just using it to line up. Then you're taking the card off. If you keep that in there, then of course, yes, you're going to cut into your folder, which you don't want to do. So if we then take that one.
Yeah, and it's just to stress that, because Blue Jay's just asked the same question as well. So using my die in my embossing folder won't cut into my embossing folder. I'm always worried I'm going to destroy it.
No, because just in case you've missed a step, let's just cut that again. So just a little bit smaller than 4x6. So you do not put your folder through your die cut machine with the die in place. So let's do that one again. So just going to go in here. So what I'm doing is if I pop that into place, and I'm going to eyeball it as close to the centre as I think, but what I'm doing is I'm using the imagery
to line it
on this top side to line it up. So I do need to move that down ever so slightly, and I'm happy enough with that. So let's take my low tack tape. So let's open that again. We're going to then tape that down there, and then you're taking it out.
Yeah.
So you're never, ever, ever are you running them through together. So we're taking that out, we're moving that out the way, and then we're going to die cut that on its own.
Yeah.
Then we pop that one through with our die cutting machine. So hopefully, for those, the couple that had missed that step, then that's what we're doing, is we take the die out of our card, run it through separate. So it's not going through with the folder, because you will damage it. So then, as I say, we've got our circle. So if I take that one off here, so then this is where then you come along
run through,
and just match it back up to where you wanted it or needed it, close it over like so. Now what I'm going to do this time, Ben, is this one, because of the pressure, I'm not sure if it was the card or to do with the pressure. See how it's taken the top off? So if you find maybe there's too much pressure, remember as well, these are just guides that we're telling you. Now, 90% of the time, you're going to use the plate configuration that we guide you with. However, it's not always set in stone. So if you find that, of course, has split my cardstock, there's maybe a little bit too much pressure. So then you have a play with a combination. So when it comes to the actual 3D folder here, I've got my base plate. Now, I would then, of course, use my magnetic shim and my frosted shim. But because that seems to have torn through onto that top layer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the magnetic shim and I'm just going to go in with my frosted shim. So it's trial there's an element of trial and error. Most of the time, yes, you're going to do the configuration that we show you, but there is ways to then, of course, play with it. This time, I've not got as much of a depth, so what I would probably do then is do I know I've already embossed this, but let's just show you. So what I would do then, that's got too much pressure.
Yeah.
That's not got enough pressure. So what we're going to do, meet in the middle. Base plate, let's do frosted, and let's put metal shim in.
And Blue Jay, just to chat about your question here, I think there might be a slight bit of confusion, or you might be a little bit confused, I'm not sure. But you say, I only have the 2 manual machines, so I can't use the die plates, so I'm always concerned about destroying my plastic folders. What's the best way to use a die and not destroy your folders? So you are going to use your folders with your manual machine, you don't have plates with your machine.
That's right,
But obviously what Craig was using there was an embossing folder. But the folder you get with your MIDI is different, isn't it, Craig? So that's what you do use for cutting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Yes, I see what you mean then. So when you're saying cutting into your folder, you're obviously meaning your manual folder, which, yes, you will cut into. An embossing folder, an embossing design folder, No, you don't cut into it, that just embosses.
And the folders that you get with your machine, Blue Jay, so Craig, they will mark, won't they? And they will over time, you will need to buy more folders over time, but if they mark and they warp a bit, that's the nature of the beast, isn't it?
Yes, so
Yeah.
this is ours.
Yes, there you go.
So
Yeah.
this is ours.
And it still works.
And it still works.
Yeah.
So yes, this is your cut-in folder for your MIDI.
Yeah.
This is an embossing folder with the designs.
Yeah.
So that has embossed detail that, to start with, is completely flat. And yes, you will cut into that. That is what you're going to cut into with your dies, and that will mark it, and that will make it. Oh, I've only got a purple one here, but let's just do that. That you will cut into when it comes to your manual die cutting machine.
Yeah.
So that folder that you're obviously referring to is your cutting folder.
Yes.
It comes with the MIDI, and you will cut into that, you will mark that.
Yeah.
And that's how
Hopefully
it's
that
going to work
helps.
that way. Hopefully, anyway. It sounds like maybe that's where the little bit of confusion is. So if I take that one now, that is more embossed because I've added in that little bit extra depth of the magnetic shim. So still that little bit of trial and error if you find it is splitting your cardstock.
Now, I'm glad you're getting onto this because Lozzie has messaged a while back saying, hi to both of you. I have trouble with gilding wax getting the depth of colour the same, says Lozzie. So any tips for that?
Biggest tip I can give you is use your finger. You've got more control in your finger than you do with something like a blending tool or a blending brush.
Yeah.
You can then, of course, you have the feel, you can dictate the actual pressure when it comes to the gilding wax. Now, I'm only doing it on a craft mat just so that I don't need to clean this straight away. I can absolutely do it on my glass mat, but of course, I just want to save a little bit of time on cleaning. So we're just going to go in. Now, this is really is quite imperative when it comes to gilding wax. Add less.
Yes.
Because you can add more. Gilding wax, if you add too much, you ain't taking it off. So little and often. So what you're wanting to do, the best way to show you is when it comes to the finger that you're using, you want to keep it flat. Keep it flat so my whole finger, essentially, Ben, my whole hand is kind of running flat onto my glass mat. And maybe levitating it slightly so that I'm not pressing into the gilding wax. But essentially, my finger is completely flat. And then all that I'm doing is I'm just going to roll all the way around that same pressure and that same speed so that I am essentially getting that same depth of colour. You can see there all the way around.
And you always tend to, the other guys do this as well, so when you're using it, so like there, you've done it now, so you take a little bit off and you always take the excess off the mat before you apply it, don't you?
If you go like that and go straight on, you're going to get a big blob. Now, it may look flat on your finger, but you've got a real excess amount.
Yeah.
So if you go on, so if I go on there, actually I've now gone over the edge that you can see here, because I've gone on with a full coverage on my thumb, so on my finger. So yeah, you want to take some of that excess off, and then say like here. So if I go and add a little bit more pressure, you can see here. So apart from that bit where I purposely went heavier handed, going direct, I've got that same level of depth all the way around. Now what you would then do is, for instance, this main icon, do the same, exactly as I'd done before. Keep it flat, you're in control, you can feel the pressure. So it's got that same level of coverage, top to bottom and left to right. But then this is where maybe you want to maybe go a little bit deeper in areas.
Yeah.
So then what you're doing, still keeping flat, but you're maybe going to press a little bit more heavier handed each time, just taking that little bit extra off before you commit. And then we're just going to keep building up little and often.
And if you wanted to use different, so obviously you've got the different colours of gold, and you might want to add some silver in. Would you be, do you add layer then layer, or would you add a layer then buff it and then add the next layer on, if you see what I mean? Or would you just mix and match as you go?
What I would do is I would do all this one colour first.
Right.
Then I would come along and then add the additional colour. And then once I'm completed, then I'll go and buff it off altogether. So that's just what I would do. But then you can just keep going back and just add in that depth. Because we can add, but we can't take off. And you've got more of that stronger depth that you can see within that one here. So all the way round. So whether we've gone lighter in touch, we've gone heavier in touch, I've still got that same amount of depth of the gilding wax from edge to edge, top to bottom. Now I could, of course, go maybe within this bit, I might want to go a little bit more heavier in colour. Around that bit I can do. So you can still cherry pick sections, but what you are wanting to do is you want to start off light and then start to build that up. And then, of course, if you just want to then go through with one sheet of card, you can absolutely do that. But we could even then, you could start to add depth. Now, if you were to add that onto there, you wouldn't necessarily have to gild with the wax on that centre bit, and then you could add foam pads and then lift that up. So you've still got, I suppose, more of that decoupage element. You could then come along and do that centre bit if you want, or add another circular die-cut ring all the way around there. So you've got ways to create different levels. So you don't always have to go on gilding flakes or gilding wax flat. You can absolutely have a plate. And if it's not a cut and emboss folder, just use the die and the folder as a guide, tape down, run it through, and then you can do apertures, you can do, of course, block circles, you can do decoupage, you can do... there's lots of ways in which you can use things such as your gilding wax.
Hopefully that has helped a lot of people. Lozzie just saying about gilding waxes. Craig always gives us the best details, says Lisa P. From one perfectionist to another. It is appreciated. And Blue Jay says, thank you, Craig, for explaining that. It does help. I appreciate it. You know what, Blue Jay, we can all get confused. There's so many different folders that do different things, and it can be easy. So, as I say, and you weren't afraid to ask that question, always ask questions. If you're not so sure, please ask. If it's going to help you out, if it's going to stop you from, potentially ruining an embossing folder or whatever, then please do ask. Kirsty D says, that studio folder is straighter than mine, lol, and mine still works. To be honest, I just don't want to open a new pack of folders. Oh yeah, and just to say, you've mentioned this before, if they do, the folders in the mini and midi, if they do split, you can just use them as plates, can't you?
That's it, absolutely, yeah. You just, instead of course, folding it on each other, so instead of course, just folding over, if it splits, then all that you're doing, essentially, as you said, Ben, you're using them as plates. Just put one on top of the other, run it that way. It still works exactly the same, just doesn't have a hinge.
Yeah. It's good to have Craig and Ben back together again, says Karen Cronin. It's good to be back together.
It is. Now we're back together forever. Well, the next 3 days.
Yeah.
It's Kylie and Jason all over again.
You're here all day tomorrow, aren't you?
All day tomorrow.
One show Wednesday.
One show Wednesday. Have I got a show on Thursday? Oh, Thursday I'm presenting one show. And that, that's it.
Am I 8 to 10 previewing Thursday, aren't I think?
You must be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're here all day Friday?
No.
Oh, no, you're not here Friday.
No.
Lovely cards, says Pat. Jane says, that was a great demo. Beautiful cards, says Jessica. And love the gilding wax, says Jessica. I only have silver currently. Jane Adams says, Ben, I'm always confused. Jane, generally in life, I wander around in a state of confusion. It just sort of changes from sort of mild confusion to absolute complete confusion with me. But, we get by, don't we, Jane? We get by. Gilding waxes available individually on the show, I believe, if you want to pick those up. Just keep an eye out on some deals coming in the next few days as well. I'm not going to say any more than that. Myths and Legends selection, if you want it, £48.64. We are going to have a short break. When we come back, we'll probably just have time to have a bit more chit-chat, some more hashtag bants, and then we'll be done for you Monday. So if you've got any questions, any final comments, anything you want to ask Craig about before we disappear, fire those in, but more importantly than that, make sure you get your carts and baskets checked out. Only one day, of course, where we're giving you your free gift as well. It is your It's your Violet Studios Circus pad. That comes to you for free when you spend £10 or $10 as part of our random Acts of Kindness Day, automatically added into your basket just for today only. So get to the checkout. We'll meet you back here in about 4. We'll see you in a moment.
The instruction and inspiration is mind-blowing.
The inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own.
I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo.
That is why I love Crafters Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before.
I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric rocker blocks, briars, misters, quilting clips, dye brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Junior and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue applicators, envelope box creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, craft kits, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, die stamps, ink trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape, paint brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spell quick Triton pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft asphalt press, sparkle pots, Centura pan and sticky dots, pigment ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, gear of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, Ultimate Compendium, Sara Signature collections, and don't forget Discovery kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll.
Hi, my name is Sherry Jackson, and I have been a fan of Crafters Companion for at least 7 or 8 years now. I love Crafters TV. I mean, what's not to love about it? They've got great products, great prices, great people that work there for them. The customer service is great. The presenters are great. Demonstrators are great. Everyone there is great. I just love all the products. I love the tutorials we get. I love all the demonstrations, the craft-alongs, the master classes. Not only do you sell the products, but you teach everyone how to use it. I love the interaction on Crafters TV. I love the fun, the game, the prizes. There's just so much about Crafters TV. There's nothing not to love about Crafters TV. You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family. I'm widowed and live alone, and every day I look forward to watching Crafters TV, whether I watch it live or whether I go back and watch the reruns. I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion, and I love all of you, and I'm so thankful for Crafters TV.
Crafters TV, says Adrienne, best entertainment out there. Ben, you are hysterical and talented. Well, thank you so much. I would take that. Never get tired of Ben's songs, says Kelly. Thank you for bringing them back. That's down to Sara. She brought those back because you guys asked for them. Ask and you shall receive. Sara, can we have a cruise? See, she's done everything so far that you've asked for, so you'll never know. It's worth an ask. Back in on Wednesday. Oh, lol, can you imagine? Like A-Lake will do a cruise next year, man. Hey. Question.
Yes.
Jessica Stricker, cut and emboss dies. What do you use in the MIDI? Do you just use the MIDI folder? Do you use the folder with the shim, or do you use it like you would a 3D embossing folder?
No, so a cut and emboss folder, they're always a 2D folder, so you just treat them like a 2D folder, so that's going to be with the shim that comes included.
Oh, hang on a minute, there's more questions.
Nice.
These have all come through, like, in the last few seconds. I don't know why I'm so surprised. Lisa P says, I have gilding wax on a stamp and now having a hard time getting it off. Use soap and water as well as stamp cleaner, but still a bit icky. Any ideas?
So, one, is it affecting the imprint of the stamp? If it's not, just leave it. If it is, then if you've got like a cleaning spray, think something like your stamp removing spray or your adhesive cleaner spray, something like that is going to take off. If you've got hand sanitizer left, that should hopefully work as well.
Gmal, my mini and MIDI folders are shaped like bananas. I can only use them to cut tiny things because larger dies don't cut all the way through the paper. Any suggestions?
You're going to have to treat yourself to some new ones.
Yeah.
Just keep using them until you no longer can use them for small ones. Maybe keep them for the smaller ones and treat yourself to a pack of new ones.
Blue Jay says, I only started using the machine a few months back, so I'm still learning and using YouTube to find methods of using it. That's how I stumbled on Crafters TV, and I'm so grateful for you guys. Well, Blue Jay, we are always here, 5 hours a day, Monday to Friday, live, so always join us, and if you have any questions at any point, please ask. And it doesn't have to be, you know, a particular show. If you've just got, if we're doing a show about glues and you've got a question about pens, always ask, because that's what we're here for. And Jane says, thank you for another great show. Morning therapy done. Now I can get ready to go to the pain management doctor who does nothing. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. Hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. Remember to pay it forward. Kindness is free, says Jane. That is why I love these shows. Well, thank you, Jane. We always love having you here, and we look forward to your company again tomorrow. And we've just got a few minutes before we go, and we thought we would show you a few more deals. Craig has a deal of assorted stamps and dies, do you not?
I do indeed. I've got a lovely big bundle here. We've got from the Enchanted Dreams, being the butterfly. Now this is 2 die set. This is giving you the matte and layer as well as the detailed die. I am going to say it's unopened, so I'm not going to open it.
No.
But it is deceiving. It looks like it's a small one, but it's not. It's really quite a sizable die that you've got there. Okay, Nicola's telling me to open it. So...
It doesn't take much, does it? I'm not going to open it. Open it. Okay.
So you've got...
Oh, it is, yeah.
Quite a sizable. It's quite sizable. So to be exact, 2.6 by 1.8. So you've got the stamp to go with it. So the die will die cut the outer edge, and then the inner wingspan here is going to then stay in place because you've got no cut line within the body. And then of course you've got the stamp that then will match. So you're going to be getting that double set in that one. You're then going to get something I've never, ever, ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
This one being a 10-piece. So this is giving you your frame die with, of course, the sentiment die that says wishes, and then stamp-wise, you've got Warm, Best, Happy Birthday, Anniversary, Get Well, May All Your...
What's that bottom one say?
May all your come true.
Ah.
May all your wishes come true. So you can have a play with the stamp as well as the die, but you've got that framework. It's kind of like that falling like ivory sort of feel.
Is that from a collection then, or?
I've never seen it before. Never seen it before, not this one anyway. So you've got 10 in total, 10 components. Then you've got 16 components from the fuchsia stamping die. So you've got the die and then you've got the fuchsia stamps. So if you go in with a lighter paper or maybe like a vellum, you can start to create your own fuchsias or flowers. You've then also got your colourable, cuttable, create a card die set. So that's then cutting in, cutting out, but you've got the stamp as well. Yes, it looks autumnal, but maybe springtime, put your flower buds on there if you want to. That's in there. Then you're also going to be getting this set here. So this is kind of giving you the butterflies. It's also giving you the swirls that come off the butterflies. That one's the Butterfly Melody, and that's a 4-piece. That's in there. Then also the stamp and die from the Majestic Unicorn.
Oh, blimey, what
That's
a bundle
in there.
this is.
Really good bundle here. You're getting it all, $23.96 or $32.88. That's for everything I'm showing you. However, your platinum, $19.17 or $26.30. That one is giving you the stamp and the die of the fairy. And then you're also going to be getting your Create a Card die from the Colour Your World. So another big sizable die that you've got. Great for paper piecing, stained glass window effect, illusion film, all of that you're going to be able to use. And if that's not enough,
Oh, dear, mate,
ironically, the 3D folder that we just used there, and that one, happy accident that you've got that as well after me using that. You've got that one there, 4x6 3D embossing folder from the Myths and Legends. So you're getting that whole set of stamp and dies for £19.17 platinum, or for you guys stateside, $26.30 platinum. So stamp and dies and frames, Create a Card, aperture, silhouette, so many ways you can use that set. What a cracking price.
It was and is a cracking price. Jump in and grab. Thank you, Ben, says Jane. You're welcome. Thank you for showing my memory album, Ben, says Jotty. Thank you for sending it in. We always love it when you send in your pictures. As I say, it's worthwhile doing because we might show them in a show just like we did then, but also Friday Night Live, get yours shown, you will win bonus points. Sarah Muda says, I used my embossing mat the other day to emboss my die. I totally forgot I could do that, and the result was fabulous. Thank you for answering my question, says Jessica. You are absolutely welcome. And Pat says, thank you, Ben and Craig, for another informative and inspirational show. We've been informative and inspirational today.
Good, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. And of course, what would a show be without some laughs, says Pat. It's all about, isn't it, the education, the excitement and the entertainment.
That's all you need. It's all you need in life.
That's all you need, isn't it?
That's all you need in life.
Education, entertainment and excitement. Yes. We're going in a couple of minutes, so very quickly, I don't know if you... Did you just moo at me? Oh, I thought you just went moo.
I went boo.
Boo. Boo. Very quickly, Illustrator's 72-piece collection. These are our top-notch artist quality alcohol markers, dual-ended. You have that amazing, super expressive Japanese brush nib with your ultra-fine nib as well. I don't know whether it was after Christmas or before. When did we do our colouring together, Craig? Was that before Christmas?
Before Christmas, wasn't it?
When we did Superman and the Joker. Was it actually before Christmas?
Yes, it was. It was in that time when we were doing Craft Your Stash filming, because we were knackered, so we were sitting.
Oh, yeah. And we just sat and coloured and chatted for an hour.
We just sat and coloured.
Yeah, my experience, and you'll find with these as well, it is like colouring with the touch is so light. It's almost like colouring with a feather. It's absolutely brilliant. Great for those expressive strokes, for skin tone, hair tone, for fur on animals, all those kind of things. You're going to get 12 pens within each of the sets. The price is bonkers here because you should be paying, £240, almost $300. If you're platinum, it's £144, $172. And as I said earlier on, if you are a platinum member, it's like you're paying £2 a pen, which just doesn't really compute for me when you think of the value that you're getting here. They are same colours that we've had previously, just newly reconfigured, new packaging. So you've got your essential sketching collection. With a whole array of beautiful colours here. And actually, I think the new packaging as well, the way these have been configured, makes it easier for you to know which ones to go for. So your figure and portrait is all of those sort of portrait blends, all of your skin tones are in there. You've then got this one here, which is your coastal seascape. So expecting sort of lots of blues and greens and teals in there, you know, for your coast and countryside, and then your sort of sands in there as well, if you like. You've then got your natural landscape, so more of your beautiful greens and browns. You've got your essential illustrations, so more of your sort of primary colours in there. And then you've also got your urban cityscape as well, more of your sort of greys and browns and blues in there too. It is a huge bundle, 72 pens for an absolutely sensational price. Jump in and grab it. A lot of you have bought that today. Stock up or indeed try them for the first time. We are out of time. It's been a fabulous day. We're back tomorrow, aren't we, for 3 more shows?
We are indeed. We've got a brand new launch tomorrow that we're going to be having a look at with the Wake Up Call. And then, of course, we've got launch part 8 to finish off the day.
Thank you again, Ben and Craig, says Lynn. Love you, Lynn. Harvey says the amazing CTV team and the wonderful social superstar Becky for another great show. It's been a joy to watch, as always. See you again tomorrow. Rhonda says the illustrators are my fave. And Mary Beth Dawes says this has been a brilliant show. I love the demos and all the inspiration. Thanks, everyone. Thank you to all of you guys. Don't forget to get your baskets checked out. Only one day we're doing the free gift when you spend 10. But thank you to all the team today. Thank you to Jan. Thank you to Rachel. Thank you to Becky. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to Tracy. Thank you to Nicola. Thank you to Jamie. Thank you to Craigie.
Thank you to you.
And thanks to you guys. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. I do hope you can join us. We kick things off, of course, with Wake Up Call, midday here in the UK, 7 a.m. Eastern, early for you Pacific, but we'd love it if you could join us. It's going to be another fantastic day. Until then, have a brilliant rest of your Monday. And from me and he, for now,
toodles.